Sure.
But whatever. You
Yeah.
can see everything in the background a little bit now.
No, it looks good. Sometimes I wonder if I got too much shit in the background, but it's like I got no other place to set up shop yet.
No, it's good though, because it's like, as a collector, you like to show off the
My stuff. Well, of
collection.
course.
Oh, is that what you mean? The stuff in the background?
Yeah, well, like I got a lot of shit. Well, you've seen the fucking room, man. There's a lot of
Oh
shit
yeah,
in here. You got a lot of shit too, but yeah, like I like how you did your shelving. It looks great.
yeah. I just got bored one day and it's nothing fancy. You just plopped it
Mm-hmm.
all together, made it look symmetrical.
So
For the most part,
how was your morning?
good so far. I was up early before the alarm, or I didn't even set an alarm, but it's before the alarm if I normally would have an alarm during the week. So I was kind of impressed with that.
Yeah.
Walk the dogs and
Oh, I got a fucking story for you about that.
walking a dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who'd you attack?
100 miles just. So I woke up. I got up early too, and then I'm like, I'm gonna cut the grass this morning. So I hopped on my scooter and to go fill up the gas can. But we're really good at picking up the dog poop, right? We keep the yard pretty good. That's especially when you walk your dog. That's a respectful thing to do.
Yeah.
And there's people that don't do that, and it irritates the piss out of me. Okay.
Yep.
So I went and got the gas can. I cut the backyard, picked up the poop, and we keep a little dog thing on the leash with bags in it. And I'm
Oh,
like,
sure.
"Hun," she was making banana muffins, homemade, which are delicious. Best I've ever had in my entire life. I'm like, I grabbed the last bag, didn't think nothing of it, right? So just a little while ago, before we started to do this, we went for a walk with the dog. Well, lo and behold, nobody put new bags in the leash, and Maggie had to go. Well, prior to that, I was thinking about the time that I walked her and the same thing happened, and I took my sock off.
Oh, use your sock to pick it up?
Yes.
Well, that's a good idea,
Yes.
actually.
So this just happened again when we were just out, no bags. I'm like, there goes the sock again, because I'm
Hopefully
not.
you were wearing the other sock from the last time.
Yeah. So I use my sock just because I don't want to leave it. Like that's just not right. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously I get it, poop is fertilizer and so on and so forth. But if you be respectful of somebody's yard,
Yeah.
like
Someone else
that's
doesn't want to have to go in and step in it or whatever.
yeah. Especially if you got kids and they're running around, they step in. It's just a respectful, polite thing to do. So
Yeah.
I get irritated with people that walk their dogs, and I can see they don't have a bag or some sort of scooper or what have you with them.
Right.
Right? It's just come on, grow up. Respect people,
Yep. I know around us, some of the parks have their own little dog poop station.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll have like the little garbage can with a big dispenser.
Yeah.
Right there. Which is kind of cool.
And then it just makes it's user friendly. It's
Mm-hmm.
easy. Then you don't have to worry about it. People don't have to worry about it. It's just a good thing.
Passive aggressive way of saying pick up your shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
There's a guy in the neighborhood that has he made a sign, and he's got it nailed to a tree in his front yard, and it says some pretty aggressive things.
Oh yeah.
If your dog shits here, I'm gonna,
Yep.
And you don't pick it up. Which I get it. Like I said, I totally understand. It's just
I don't want some other random dog shitting in my yard, so
proper etiquette.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we did this morning. Walk the dogs, got some steps in.
Good.
Gotta meet my standard every day, otherwise,
Now you wear one of them watches, right? That track all your.
Yeah, I have a Garmin.
Garmin, yeah.
Yeah, I always wore an Apple Watch because it just synced up with my phone really nice. But, and I used to text on my phone or on my watch. It was really easy just to talk into my watch and jumble a bunch of shit back and forth. It was really easy. But then I went to Garmin since I have started running a lot more. I like it more. For that, it logs so much information. It's insane.
Right. That's what my wife uses that too, and she enjoys it and loves it.
Yeah.
I used to have a Fitbit, and I used to get anxiety about it.
It's not hard, right? Because this tracks my sleep. It tracks everything. So like in the morning, it'll give you like an update be like, oh, how did last night go?
Yeah,
And you look at it and you're like, oh shit, I was up, 27 minutes last night. That's insane. And then you freak out about it.
I was
But
bad, dude. Like
yeah,
as soon as I'd get up before I'd go brush my teeth, and I'd be like checking it, like, okay, did I get 8 hours? Did I get 6? How much was my REM? How much was deep?
yep,
It's like I finally got rid of the thing, and it was like a relief.
yeah. Yeah, I started when I like the first 2 weeks that I had it, I was like freaking out about every stat. And then I'm like, wait a minute. This is just a tool to give you a general idea, like how accurate is it? It's probably pretty accurate, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But there was one night I was sitting here playing video games with my kid for a little bit, and it said I was sleeping the whole time. It said like, "Oh, you took a 3-hour nap, basically." And I'm like,
really,
"Wait a minute. Like, I know video games can be soothing sometimes, but
for
I
sure.
was not sleeping during that time." So it's not perfect. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
and from that time on, I've been like, okay, this is just a ballpark, just to give me a general idea if I'm doing okay. And then I started mostly basing it on how I felt, right? If I
Yeah.
wake up in the morning and I'm like, man, I felt like I got some good rest, I got good rest. If I wake up and I'm still tired, well, better go to bed earlier, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tool. I just say I was becoming like habitual for me to just like I gotta look at it. I gotta check it. Am I getting my steps? Did I get a goal?
Hmm.
But I could see the beneficial side of it as well. But then also I thought, is it really that accurate? Like, how can this little thing with a little light, laser, whatever, check your heart rate, how much you slept? The
Well, I think it
technology.
bases it on heart rate or your pulse, right? So like if you are going to bed and your normal heart rate is, we'll just say my resting heart rate is like at 44 right now,
That's good.
which is
That's
really
impressive.
low.
It's
Yeah,
low, but you're a runner,
right.
and that's
Yeah.
what it's.
So
Yeah.
if it gets to right around that ballpark, it's saying, okay, he's probably sleeping or right around sleeping now, you know, because you're resting. But like if I'm walking my route, I'm in the 50s, mid 50s, high 50s, low 60s sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'll know when you're sleeping or when you're awake walking around, you know.
Yeah. For sure. Last week, I don't mean to jump off subject, but what kind of coffee did you have this morning?
Uh,
What kind of coffee you like?
oh man, it changes. So like I experiment with a lot of stuff. Black Rifle's one of my favorites though. It is so damn good.
Okay.
Every one of their flavors is freaking good. I haven't had a bad one.
Really
But yeah. But I think dark sky is what I had this morning.
nice.
I just finished that up. I cold brew all my coffee. So
Oh,
I basically I don't have a coffee maker. I just have like this mason jar, big
yeah.
mason jar with like a metal filter in the middle.
Sure.
And then yeah,
Let
I
it
just pour
seep
my
through.
coffee in that filter, let it sit overnight, 24 hours, and
Interesting.
throw it in the fridge. And then when I pull it out, I still warm it up. I drink warm coffee, but
Yeah. Yeah.
um for some reason cold coffee just doesn't hit
No.
me right. It's weird.
No. Unless it's some kind of floofy thing that you get.
Yeah.
Some frappe type of deal.
Yeah.
Mocha,
Frappe latte.
lappuccino with some cream and sugar on top,
Yep.
baby.
Then throw a cherry on there if you want
Yeah.
to. But yeah, no, the cold brew, man. The way it's brewed, just it brings out way more flavor, in my opinion.
Yeah. I used
It's
to
so good.
percolate. I used to use a percolator, grind
Okay.
up coffee beans, put it on the stove. It's gonna let it boil.
Oh yeah.
I did that for a while. That's good. But
That's time consuming though.
it is. It is. It truly is. And then you gotta wait. And then I like drip coffee is the best. But we have what the hell? Now I can't. A Keurig.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I
So
had one and got rid of it.
last weekend I got a friend of mine. We got back in touch. His name's Todd. We call him Buddy. He's like, yeah, man. I'm a morning person. Come on over. We'll drink some coffee, catch up. He's like, do you mind if I bring my own coffee? I'm like, well, sure. Go ahead. And you muted your mic now. Yeah, just hit that button. Talk once. Oh, you unplugged her. You're getting hardcore over there, bro. If you can hear me, down on your picture, down in the StreamYard, you see, unclick the speak. There you go.
See, this is what happens when I try and move shit around.
Well, that's all right.
Standard. I'll get it eventually.
Mm,
Every episode, I'm doing something stupid like this.
no, this is all part. This is real life shit. Real life shit.
There you go.
So yeah, he brought over. Door County makes coffee.
Oh man, they're Jamaican me crazy is so good.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh
he
my
brought
god,
over Highlander Grog.
dude, I just brewed that this morning.
Dude,
Highlander Grog.
yeah.
Yep.
It's got a hint of caramel and Irish cream.
Yep.
Blew my socks off when I had that.
Dude, isn't yeah. Yep.
Like, this is the shit. But the thing about it is it's expensive for a 10-ounce bag.
Yeah.
It's not cheap coffee.
No, it's like 15, 16
Yeah,
bucks.
dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this has got to be, this is like special occasion coffee, Saturday, Sunday coffee, because I drink a couple of cups throughout. Like, I have one pot and then I wait a few hours and I have some more. So I just have like Folgers medium, or I throw a pot in the Keurig,
Wait, man, once you start drinking good coffee, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I know you like Folgers, whatever, that's fine.
well, for cheap coffee, it
For
tastes
cheap
pretty
coffee.
good.
But
Yeah.
like when you start drinking good coffee and some of that, yeah, it's expensive, but so I used to go to like Starbucks and local coffee shops, and coffee's good.
Fuck
And
Starbucks.
no, I don't.
That's a bold statement, and I'm saying it.
I don't even go there anymore. Haven't touched that place in a while. We have a coffee shop in town. Love their coffee too. So if I ever do need to go and get a cup of coffee at a place, I'll go there and get it. Um, but no, I started making my own. It's it's the best way to go, and it's cheap. I'll even get you know how like you go to a coffee shop, they give you those paper
Yeah.
cups with the
Yep.
plastic tops and stuff.
Yep.
I'll buy those. I go on Amazon. I hate Amazon, but I go on Amazon and still buy because you can't find a pack of 100 of those. Maybe you can at Walmart or something. But no, I'll buy that. You buy your coffee, and for the amount of coffee you can actually make, it's less than like $1
Yeah.
per cup. So it's way cheaper, even if you buy the good expensive coffee.
Sure.
I don't know. So
Yeah.
I've been doing that for I don't know, probably 6 or 7 months now.
Yeah. I'm really curious about the other flavors, like you just mentioned, like Jamaican Me Crazy, and like
Jamaican Me Crazy
Jamaica's
is
got great coffee. That's one thing I loved about over there. We'd wake up early, like nobody was alive yet over there, because you party all night
yeah.
at a resort, and they had like this. I just remember we would walk the beach with our little cup of coffee, and it was just we were gonna buy some, but it was like $70 just for a little bag over
Oh,
there.
whoa.
Oh yeah, it's like blue something. I can't remember the name, but oh man, it's good. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I just really can't stop drinking this. So if you see me with my cup every 5 seconds, it's just so damn good.
Yeah. No, the Jamaican Me Crazy, there's a bourbon one that I had just recently too from Door County. That was really good also. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, Black Rifle is what I normally will buy.
Okay.
That's like my go-tos, you know. I'll buy like the Fit Fuel one is one of my favorite ones, so I'll get that one. Um, then I just kind of experiment with other stuff that they have.
See what's
But
sure.
it's all good. I haven't had a bad one, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious now. I'll have to try some because I see they have some little baggies that you can buy too. A couple
Yeah, like
servings.
$4 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try it.
But yeah, go with the little ones first, and before you buy the big, the big bag,
Right.
make sure you like it. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a coffee drinker, you're gonna like most of it, you know.
I used to buy organic coffee too.
Okay.
Like when I did the percolator and crushed up my own beans, I would buy organic.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You ever
there's
use a
really
French press?
no. My dad has one, but I've never used one. No.
I've used one once. Guy I used to work with had one, and
Sure.
he's like, "Here, try this." I'm like, "That was really good too." But like I said, the way that I'm cold brewing it right now, like I just feel like the flavor is more there, because you're not just
Interesting.
brewing your coffee in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, I've never tried
It's
that. That's
literally
interesting.
taking 24 hours. It's like putting a tea bag in your water, and the longer you let it sit there, the more the flavor is going to be there, the stronger it's going to be. It's
Yeah.
the same concept, right?
I like tea as well. I was on a tea kick too, green tea for a while
Hmm.
with ginseng. I liked it.
Oh yeah,
The lead in the
yeah,
pencil. You know.
yeah. The lemon ginger is really good. I always
Oh
like
yeah.
that one.
Ginger is good for you too. Ginger is good for your stomach. There's a lot of
Like
benefits to
for
that kind of stuff.
digestion.
Yeah, sure. Sometimes I wonder, like, obviously are you taking like a supplement regimen now? Like, do you take anything? I mean, I take a multivitamin. That's pretty
I
much it.
haven't. I haven't for a while.
No.
Um.
Sometimes I don't know if I buy into all that. You see?
Well, no, I do. I think some of it's good, right? And like there's nutrients and stuff. Like those supplements are all meant to like give you nutrients, obviously. But like some of the nutrients that are in it are I don't know if they're necessary
Yeah,
that you
filler.
can't get from your food. You know what I
Right.
mean? Um no, I do like the greens, like green stuff. So like
Yes.
I did
Powder.
AG1, like the stuff that Rogan
Yep.
promotes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I tried that for a while. That was really good. I liked the flavor. Everything was really good. Um, but it just got expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We take a super greens here too,
Yeah. And there's
and
an
it's
athletic
pricey.
greens is another one that I tried. That one's good too. Cheaper. It's cheaper than um oh no wait. Amazing greens. Athletic AG1 is athletic greens, I believe.
Yeah, we take amazing greens here.
Amazing greens.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm. Yeah,
that's
I like
yep.
that.
That one's good.
Good
It's cheaper
stuff.
than amazing or than athletic greens, but
Right.
yeah, still good.
Well, sometimes I
Good
think it's
flavors.
just a marketing. It's the name on it too.
Oh, probably, without a
You,
doubt.
you
Yeah.
know. I mean, not saying Rogan stuff is bad because I mean he puts a lot of
No, his that stuff is I don't that's not his stuff. That's just stuff that he's sponsored
promotes.
by, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's super good. I like it. I liked it. It just I don't know, it got to a point where it's like tired of mixing this thing up every morning and I don't know.
We're talking about Rogan. Wow. Yeah. We to finish that off, the amazing super greens formula. I love
Yep.
powder stuff. I believe in that. Sometimes I question pill form stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like, really, you're gonna pack all this shit. You get 30,000 milligrams of this in here with this on top of that, and it's a tri blend, and it's like you're just throwing a bunch of fancy shit names on there to confuse everyone and make it sound good.
Yeah. Well, when like you see people that'll be in stores and like looking at packages and stuff like that, and people make videos of it all the time too.
Oh,
But like,
sure.
yeah, if you can't pronounce the ingredients, what the hell is it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's why like those That's It brand of stuff will literally say 5 apples, 37 blueberries, and a banana. Those are your ingredients. Oh, cool. I know
Yeah.
exactly what all of those things are, and I can pronounce them.
But you're right. We can get all of our nutrients from food.
You
It
can't. The ones you need, yeah.
it was interesting when we went to the botanical gardens in Green Bay, all the different areas that they have, and they have little markers and little displays and like information, like the medical stuff, like a lot of herbs and stuff that they use to make medicine. It's
Oh,
cool to
sure.
know that.
Like
It's
where
interesting.
stuff is actually coming
Yeah,
from.
right.
Yeah,
Because I mean, we've come a long way.
right. And it makes you wonder too, like, because we eat red meat, like, there's obviously a ton of benefits to it, but there's probably negatives to it too as well, right?
Oh,
And
sure.
what those negatives do makes your body need a supplement that it probably would not have needed if you weren't eating that, right?
Sure.
And then if you go from and then that compounds. So like, okay, now that you're doing that and taking this supplement, now you need this supplement to complement this supplement, and then you need this one to complement that one, and then it just is a never-ending cycle. So I think if you broke things down to like its barest form, you might not need as much,
Right.
you know? I
Right.
That's the same thing with like people on medicine or on, whatever drugs they need to take to be healthy. Like, I remember my grandparents were on, like, 15 different meds,
Yeah.
you know? I can't remember the exact number, but there was a ton. I remember they would have their Monday through Saturday or Sunday through
The little
Saturday,
container.
the little container, and
Yeah.
it would be full of
Sure.
pills, each one. And it's like, "Why are you taking so many things?" "Well, this one does this, and this one does this, and this." It's like, "What?" That's insane to me. That's insane to me.
Well, and you hear you some things are beneficial for people
Right.
depending on their situation and what they got going on.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't believe in drugs or anything like that. I mean,
Right.
some I don't, but
Yeah, some I think are
there are
unnecessary.
yeah.
I
There's
think they
some
just
are necessary, obviously, you know?
right. But you can also make health decisions to kinda change, if you got high blood pressure or
Right.
diabetes. Well, I mean, diabetes is a different situation depending on the type, but, eating differently and things of the nature, but
But you can prevent diabetes.
yeah.
That's the key part is preventing it from happening, you know? If you have diabetes, it's probably because of poor diet life
Choices?
choices, right?
Mhm.
I don't know.
But
I
the
don't know
medical
anything
thing
else.
is you hear commercials or you see ads and it's like, "Oh, this'll help you, but your toe is gonna fall off and you'll have massive headaches and you're gonna have diarrhea and you'll probably vomit," and
Severe
it's like,
headaches.
"So this is gonna help me with my little problem, but I might have all this other shit." That's just a way of covering their ass because 'cause they're not really sure,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
Yeah, no, you're right.
right?
Like,
Like, "Well, go
is the
get your
is
shot
the
for pneumococcal pneumonia." Did you ever
yeah.
have you heard that ad yet?
Oh, yeah.
Holy, they were playing that all over. I'm like, "How do
That's
you"
the
I
thing.
couldn't even it took me like 3 times to try to pronounce that correctly.
Well, it's like, okay, are the side effects worse than the symptom that you have?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no,
okay,
for
I'll
real.
deal with this, like, sciatic nerve issue for a little while instead of having, explosive diarrhea, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no
Well, it's
thanks.
true, though. It's
I
true.
know, "Oh, you're gonna have gut pain, and if you're pregnant, don't do this, and if you're" it's just, what the f I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm with you, man.
It's like they're just pushing so many well, they gotta get paid, you know?
I believe that the medical industry and the pharmaceutical companies, that they're the biggest that's the biggest drug dealer on the planet, man, the moneymaker, right? I
Yep,
remember back in the early 2000s, Prozac was a big deal. Remember that? Everybody was on Prozac. Brett
yep,
Favre was on Prozac.
yep,
Take Prozac, it'll make you turn into Superman,
right.
I was on it. I had to go on it for a little while because back when I went through all my shit,
Mhm,
when
yeah.
and it was bad shit, man. It made me shake.
Did it give you nightmares? I heard that gives
No,
you really bad
not that I
nightmares.
can remember,
Huh,
but I got off that shit. I'm like, no more of this.
yeah,
No, sir. Like literally, I would shake like for a
yeah,
while, and then it would mellow out after I took it.
right. Well, it's like all those Ritalin and all that other shit too,
Yeah,
put little boys on, "Oh, this boy's out of control." It's like, he's probably being a boy,
he's
you
probably
know?
being a kid.
Yeah. He's going out and he's playing with a stick, he's beating a stick against the fence? Of course he is.
Yeah, yeah,
How do you think you'll learn? Like, let's go chase animals and pretend to shoot them with sticks and
yeah. I don't believe in any of that shit.
no,
Really, for
man.
kids, man, kids shouldn't be on that.
Nope. Nope. I firmly believe that, you know, even if you are a little more active than others, you can take those same kids and sit them down and do something interactive with them, and they'll sit just fine. I've
Well,
seen
that's
it over and over and over again.
that's the thing, man. Everybody, it's like it's.
Attention.
I, I don't
I
want to
think
say
it's attention.
yeah, but brainwashing, like through the whole thing. Like for one, our teachers don't get enough respect for what they do or try to maintain, but they also have a curriculum that they try to follow, right? They're getting told by somebody else.
what they need to teach.
what they need to do, and if something's out of like it's a storybook, man,
Yeah.
and they shouldn't do that,
Right.
in my opinion.
Yep. So here's the problem with teachers. I respect the shit out of teachers. There's no way I could be one.
Right.
Like,
Same here.
I mean, I'm a coach, and that
That's
is
that's
it's different, but it's not in
yeah.
a way,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
You're still dealing with the kids,
I would agree.
and I wouldn't take it back for the world. I love it. It's great. It's great for me. It's great for the kids. I think. I think
I
it's
can see
awesome.
it's changed you, how you present yourself and how you speak, man. Just so you know, I just want to. After us started doing this, I can tell like you're you're a natural. You're gifted to be a coach
Thank you.
for real, bro.
No, it's fun. I really enjoy it. Um, and like you said, like teachers don't get enough credit, but there's also teachers out there that are not doing it because they truly want kids to be better, right?
Right.
There's a flaw in the system, I think.
That's what I mean. Yes. I
And
mean,
unfortunately, the bad teachers well, so here you look at it like this. Kids go to school, and if there's a problem child, it's the teacher's fault, right? And sometimes teachers can't do anything about anything anymore, right?
oh, I know.
Their hands have been like tied behind their back.
Yeah, they're fit to be tied
Kids
now.
run the show, and I think teachers have pretty much said fuck it at this point. Some of them have just said fuck it. I'm going there. I'm going to teach the curriculum that I'm told to teach,
And then go home.
and then go home.
Yeah.
And well, I'm doing my job because that's all they want me to do. They've taken away the ability for teachers to really genuinely be a part of those kids' lives, I think, in a way
Yeah.
that's beneficial and effective.
No, it's true because I had a conversation with the principal at the middle school here in town, and I told her, I'm like, man, I feel bad, like, and she said it's hard now with everything. You got to be careful what you say. You got to be careful how you respond. You can get slapped with a lawsuit real quick now. I mean, it's
Mhm.
just, in my opinion, if the kid's getting out of line, put him in his place, right? Like, have a talk with him, discipline. Like, they're afraid to a point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And the way they learn is different too. They don't really read from textbooks much anymore.
right. Oh my
Shit,
god,
kids
these
don't even.
dogs.
I don't even hear them, Derek.
Oh, okay.
I don't even. Some kids don't. They don't even teach cursive anymore. Cursive writing.
I know, that's insane.
That's fucking crazy.
The kids can't read it anymore either.
I don't know. We may have touched on this at some point, but it's just yeah. And then they just drug kids up. Well, what's wrong with my kid? We'll bring him to the doctor. Well, here we'll give him this.
Yeah.
Let's try it. And it's always let's try it, right? Like there's no
Yeah.
this is gonna fit. Here, let's try this.
Yeah, let's try this, see if it works.
Let's see
Give
if
me
this
some money.
works.
And then if that don't work, we'll try something else. Okay, give me some more money. You know? It's a never-ending cycle, man. It's all
Yeah,
about money.
it is, bro. It is. But we can take positives from it too and
You can.
do your own learning and research and try to maintain yourself and
Yeah. Well,
um,
like I said, there's good with the bad because obviously in my situation with Logan having cancer when he was younger, like that's a whole different ball game, right? Like the treatments that we had to take were obviously beneficial. Like his life literally depended on it. It
oh
wasn't,
yeah,
hey, we're gonna try this
right.
and then we're gonna try this and see if it works. Granted, a lot of cancer stuff is that because each case is different. But for us, it was like, here's the regimen. It's 3.5 years. I knew what was going to happen 2 years, 27 days, and 48 hours from now. I knew exactly what kind of treatment he was going to be getting because that's
Yeah.
what is going to work.
It's scary though, man. I had to go to a cancer center once because they thought I had some blood situation.
Ooh, yeah,
That was tough, man.
that's scary.
It's intense when you're in there. It's a different feeling when you're at a cancer center rather than a regular doctor's office. It's different. Not that I'm not saying that in a negative, like it's just you get a different feeling when you walk in the door and your
Right.
name gets called, right?
Yeah.
But Yeah, I
Spent a
can
lot of
only.
time in those places,
Yeah, I
man.
can only imagine, bro. I can only imagine. I'm glad. Like I said before, everything pulled through, and
Yeah, no,
he's a
he's doing
strong
good
young
though.
man now. Yeah. So yeah, going back to a little bit when we were talking about supplements and stuff. Sometimes I just, like I said, I just wonder if it's just people making a buck because there's so many different things out there.
Hmm.
Just like all the fat loss stuff that you could take, or
Oh
try
yeah.
to do. It's just snake oil shit.
And here's the thing with fat loss, right? Is you can take a supplement for fat loss. Oh, great, you lost 20 pounds. Good job. I'm glad you did. But then you go off of what just helped you make that weight loss right back. You didn't make any life changes. You didn't make any situational things better for yourself. So
Right.
how do you think you're going to maintain that?
Right.
Unless you want to stay on those drugs all the rest of your life. But I'm sure if it allowed you to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, I don't think it's going to be healthy for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sounds like a cocaine problem.
Yeah. Well,
um.
to each their own.
Yeah. True that. Yeah. I was actually. It's funny when you brought up Rogan because I was thinking, he talks about a lot of the stuff that he does and the DMTs and mushrooms and stuff. And it's like I was kind of. It's like I'd be curious. I've never done anything hard in my life. I've never done
Right.
that. Never done. But I was curious about mushrooms or trying to, because you hear people have experiences. They see the world, hearing them talk about what they went through or what they saw. It
Right.
intrigued me.
No, and the way he describes it as like opening your eyes to stuff,
Yeah.
right?
A
Like it,
different reality.
yeah. Like you see something from a different perspective that you wouldn't have seen just on your normal everyday, you know, sober
Right.
self, whatever it is.
Right. It's very interesting to me because even some of the specialists and I got to figure out how to. I don't know why my monitor goes black sometimes. So you're not the only one with technical difficulties from time to time, my friend.
Yeah, we're learning yet.
But even they even talk about back in the biblical stuff. Like maybe they were on mushrooms when they saw the burning bush and God
Yeah.
spoke to him and told Moses what to do. And it's interesting. Like there's some truth to that kind of, in a sense, if you really think about it.
Well, I mean, look at like cultures, even to this day, even the like pirates and like over in the Middle East area, they're like on all these different roots and stuff like that that
Yeah.
give them or what they feel gives them superpowers, right? It makes them unafraid or whatever.
Right.
Like that's stuff that's been passed down from generation to generation forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
You just wonder,
Or like the Native American culture. They do their sweat lodge thing. Similar. When you get to a certain age, they got to go through this trial or to become a man. The whole shebang.
you know, was tobacco a big part of their like the Native Americans?
Yeah, they have a peace pipe,
Was
but
was that them or was that brought over by the Spaniards when they came over
Mm,
or the British or whoever?
I don't know. I don't know. I would believe it would be the Native Americans.
Like that was their thing.
I would assume so. I don't know 100% sure, but we they brought over the fire water. That's what we
Firewater.
did. Bunch of
Yep.
bullshit. Mm. So, but yeah, like you said, cultures. Every culture is different. Every culture believes in a different thing as well, which I
Right.
find very interesting.
Well, and okay, so like you've talked about religion a few times.
Sure.
Um, and going with this along with this culture thing, like everyone has a different religion.
Mm-hmm.
And in almost all of the religions, there's rules in there that our God is like the only God. Our God is that would make if there's I don't know how many religions are out there. Say there's a million religions out there.
Right.
That would make, you know, 999,999 of them wrong
Right. I
on
question the
that
same
many
thing.
different occasions.
Right.
So maybe they're all the same,
I bring it up a lot because it's interesting to me.
right?
It's very intriguing.
It is. And but you know what? They're all the same though. When you think about every single one of them, They all have different words and they describe things differently, but it's all the same story, right?
Well, some,
There's a higher
some, yes.
power. I mean, they're not exactly the same, but like there's a higher power. They believe in their own.
Deity,
It's the same, it's the same general story. Just
yeah.
like I don't know. I struggle with that one.
With
I have my
in
be- I have my beliefs, but I don't know.
okay,
I mean,
I would
I grew up Catholic.
sure,
Went to church as a kid,
yeah.
but
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying nobody's right or wrong.
no, right,
I'm just
right,
interested in it because everybody's got a different story to tell
right,
in different ways that like how they decipher it
right.
or the rules, right? Like,
Yeah,
would you say like sometimes I think well maybe we come back as something else, get reincarnated,
yeah. Like
or
as
we're in a
a
different
whale or something.
reality or something. Yeah, I don't know. It could be sure.
You think that's how it works? Like you think okay, you're a land animal, one for one cycle, and then you're like a sea animal for the next. And just like,
Could well,
let's
I mean,
change it up.
some people have different traits that resemble. Well, we're primal, right? We're a primal species,
Sure.
correct? We relate to the monkeys and the apes and that in regards to how we function, but like some of us have different. Like some people's eyesight is way better than others,
Yeah,
right? That could resemble some sort of a bird. Birds have good eyes, right? Or a dog, their sense of smell. They got like the best smell in the world. They can. I don't know.
yeah.
It's just maybe I'm talking gibberish and crazy, but it's fun and it's interesting.
No, it is interesting.
I like getting deep in thought sometimes about
It'd be
stuff.
cool to see if there was a way to just track it. You know what I mean? 'Cause you ever hear people talking about being an old soul?
Yes.
Like your soul just is transferring from one to the next, right?
Yeah.
It's not you. It's you. Like your consciousness. Is your consciousness and your soul the same thing? That's another question.
Could be. Maybe not.
And well, I would say no, right? Because your consciousness is knowing,
Yeah, but if you're knowing
being
from a
cognitive
different.
of what's going on right now. Like I know that I'm in my house right now. Where if I was reincarnated as a whale, I wouldn't be like, oh, I remember when I was in Derek's house. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but think about like when we're sleeping, our consciousness, we go, we're sleeping, but we can have real dreams, like I'm sure everyone's had a dream where it feels like you're falling
Hmm.
and you could feel that, right? Your body, you could feel that when you wake up and you're got that pit in your stomach or that you're tense
Yeah.
or you talk to people like we mentioned how I mentioned I had some dreams or it shows premonitions or
Right.
visions and
Have you ever
I know
heard the when you're dreaming that you're falling, like you never land, but when if you land in your dream, you die, like
yeah,
real
I've heard
life
that.
uh,
Yeah.
die. There's a movie that I watched. This is a long time ago. I think it was called Sublime. It was a horror film. It was a really strange one though.
Hmm.
And this dude went in for like a colonoscopy, routine colonoscopy,
Well, that sounds
and
fun.
yeah, but he ended up going into a coma during the colonoscopy,
Oh shit.
and he was stuck in a coma, and it was going through. There was two different viewpoints, right? So it was the viewpoint from him laying in his bed in a coma, and his family would come visit and be like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And talking to him. And then there would be the other point of view of him being in a coma from his what's going on in his mind. And in his mind, he's getting up out of the bed and doing things, but like everything that he did was painful, you know? So like the nurse would come in and like change his like saline bags or whatever and rip off his fingernails or something, just
What the
something
fuck?
crazy, like gory, a little bit gory, not super gory, but it was a horror film.
Well, yeah.
And like the whole story of it was about falling when you went to bed or falling when you went to sleep when you were dreaming. and landing. So like, spoiler alert, but he literally like takes a chair from in his room, throws it through the window, and then jumps.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
what
Because
he
he was in
was
so much pain being
was
in
he
a coma.
sleeping? He was obviously sleeping, like sleepwalking, or he did that in his dream.
He did that in his dream,
Ah, okay.
and then in order to land, because that was the story behind, you know, the start of the movie started with him having a party. And
Yeah,
the story was, when you dream and you land in a dream, that's when you die. So like that was his thought process at the end of the movie. Jump so that way he could land.
cool. Yeah, interesting.
It was an interesting movie. Good concept, but
Some Nightmare on Elm Street stuff happening there with Freddy Krueger.
yeah, yeah, scary stuff, man.
Hmm.
Classic horror films.
Oh yeah, dude. They don't make them like that anymore. Friday the
No,
13th, none of that stuff. They try to
no,
remake them. Sometimes they do a good job depending on the situation. Like when they remade Texas Chainsaw Massacre like a dozen times now.
yeah. How many different people made Friday the 13th too?
I think
There's been
2
quite
so
a few.
far.
Rob Zombie made one.
He did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I believe, and Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. That's what he
Halloween.
made. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they don't
yeah.
make them like that anymore, dude. Rob Zombie's
No,
pretty good. He's got an interesting mind.
he's got like that psychedelic, uh,
Vibe. Yeah, well that's what I mean. I'd like to give that a
psychedelic
whirl.
horror.
I'd like well
Dude, I
not
like his
horror.
original movies like Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand
Oh,
Corpses,
dude. Devil's
Three from
Rejects was
Hell. That was a good three movies there. Fun to watch. And they were all different. They weren't
yeah,
all the same thing. You know
no,
what I
but
mean?
his wife played in a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like she plays in a lot of them.
Yep. No, I
Yeah.
like the I like the last one because it was just like a shoot 'em up.
You think where they come up with ideas for this stuff, you know?
Oh, I don't know. Who
Very
knows?
creative.
Yeah, it is.
Freaky.
Yeah.
Freaky. Some freaky shit.
He's got a cartoon too. Did you ever see that?
No.
El Super Beasto?
Really.
Yeah, it's old too.
He
That
makes
that
good
might that
music.
might be one of his best movies.
He makes good music. When he was with White Zombie, they made some good jams, some
Oh
heavy
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I remember
Thunder
jamming to that stuff in high school.
Thunder Kiss 65 was one song that always got me jacked up.
Oh yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
song.
it's good stuff, man. I like it. That
Yeah, I'm
those are
not.
He's one of the artists that gets you in the mood to like go and do
Yeah,
something.
I haven't really got into horror stuff in a long time. I used to watch horror movies a lot. Good ones
Mhm.
like the classics.
Yeah.
Not much anymore. I'm not into it.
Yeah. I don't really either. My wife doesn't like them, so I'm not gonna sit and watch them by myself.
Yeah, I did enjoy though some of the more like from our generation, like the Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer type of
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
them were good movies for our time.
Those are like the stalker
Suspense,
chase.
stalker
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
The jump out at you
yep.
type of stuff.
That was good stuff, man.
That was like that shock horror, right? Because it wasn't necessarily scary. It was just like the something jumped out on the screen really fast,
Yeah.
and just like shocked you. You're like, whoa, you know?
Who's the killer?
Yeah.
I think it's Billy. Billy did it.
And they try to get you to look one direction and really, oh, it's gotta be him.
Yep.
And then it just Shyamalan twists you at the end and like
Yeah, yeah.
like
That dude, he'd get you every time. That son of a bitch.
yeah. Yeah, he's good.
Oh, man. You watch any reality shows? Do you and the missus get into any reality show type of stuff? Drama. Everybody
No, it's
likes
all
drama.
fake. It's all
Well, I
fake.
know that. I
I
know
don't like
that.
it. I don't like it. It's just made for TV
Yeah.
dumbassery. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, well, it is. I watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, really?
I do, yeah.
I
Trisha,
just
we watch
can't
it
get into
together.
that.
Something to do together, and I do, but then I get a little, I know it's all fake news.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes you wonder, like, what are these people thinking coming? Yeah, it's kind of the same old story. Everybody's got a story, right? We all have a story. We've all risen from things or had bad shit happen.
Right.
So everybody, you got to hear that side of it. Just like American Idol. I used to love that show back when it first came out because it was good. I
Yeah.
bought
Yeah.
into it. I
You're
believed it.
literally finding solid talent, you know?
And then it just got repetitive and the same shit. And so I get into it a little bit. Something for us to do together.
Yeah.
But but I don't know. It's all fake and they just do it to get famous or get Instagram followers or whatever. That's what it is now.
Right. I mean, because you look at that. Well, you remember Road Rules and like
Oh yeah.
that those were not bad. That was a little bit more still drama, still kind of the same concept, but at least they were doing challenges and stuff like that where they were working as a team to do things or whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's just who can say the most ridiculous shit to cause a controversy and then have a dumbass argument about, who burnt the toast or whatever the hell it is.
Well, people like that. We live in that world now. Everybody likes conflict and drama. It's what
Oh, sure.
everything strives on.
Yep.
And I noticed that in the shows in television too. It persuades you. It sends you a narrative,
Yeah.
right? And you follow it. I gotta feel bad for this person, or there's this woke thing. That's all big news too.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the problem though, is like people take it as these people being real, you know, like those aren't real people. Those are just actors.
Yeah.
It's not a real story. It's not, but people can't tell the difference anymore. You know, they get on like, oh, we're on team blue or team yellow or whatever the hell. I, whatever. To each
Yeah.
their own, I guess. I
Right.
feel like I've been saying that a lot.
No, well, it's how you feel.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm with you. Yeah, I get made fun of for watching it, but it's like whatever. I don't care. It's just something to do for a little bit of time, and we enjoy it, and then we talk about it and
Yeah.
call out the fake stuff. But I just see that. I see the big picture of everything. They just push narratives now in
Right.
shows. They make you believe certain things or follow or keep pushing, pushing, pushing. It's television now, man. It's news.
Gotta keep the viewers up, keep the money rolling in. There again, it's all about the clicks. It's all about the money.
Yep. That's why I do a lot of my media through books and stuff now too, which we've talked about. It's how I get my fix of entertainment per se.
Yeah. Yep.
I got a book club I started with a couple of friends in town. We're reading Star Wars materials because I'm a big fan.
Right.
So we're all reading the same book and we get together once a week and talk about it. And it's a great time. I really, truly enjoy that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like the fact that a book can give you information and it gives you a perspective, right? And same thing with podcasts. I like listening to podcasts.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Books and podcasts, that's what I listen to all day. Once in a while, I'll listen to music, but um, I just like the flow of new information, and you can think about it. And then if you hear a different perspective of it, you can think about that also. Where I don't think like all the reality shows, they're all the damn same, and there's no real information coming at you. It's just a bunch of nonsense.
Right. It's just entertainment.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
yeah, just something to pass the time.
So yeah.
But no, that's cool that you're with learning about all the Star Wars stuff through the books and having those conversations. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of books too. I've read a lot of them already. There's quite a few.
How many are there?
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you.
How
All the
many?
books that you see behind me on my shelf, them are all Star Wars books and
Well, how
comics.
many? So how many? Like the movies?
Mm-hmm.
How many movies are there? 9.
9.
How many books does that cover?
Well, see, there's a fine line there because there was a whole bunch of material that came out in the 90s and early 2000s up till the point where Disney bought it. They bought it in 2014, and when they got the rights to it, and they basically canceled all the books. They said all the books that were already created aren't a part of the Star Wars timeline. They don't tie in anymore. So that upset the fandom tremendously because there's been people reading these books as they were coming out through the time because that's
So you're
all that
saying
they
like
had.
the OG stuff
Yeah,
is no longer
right. So all the books and material that's coming out now and since 2014 is the new, they call it canon, the new what is Star Wars now. Which I have some of them books and read them too, and they're good, and I can depict, between the two timelines, and we're
yeah,
reading through the old timelines because there's so many and it's fun. But I enjoy it all. I mean, I enjoy it all. I can, like I said, it's enjoyment for me.
right.
Helps, That's another thing is trying to find things that you're into to be positive, and you know,
Well, it's a hobby, and I think everybody should have a hobby, right?
hmm
I don't even care if it's basket weaving or mountain climbing, whatever the hell it is.
a ball of yarn
Everybody
and
should
some knitting needles.
yeah, everybody should have something though, because if that's something that you enjoy to do,
Sure.
it can bring you to your center.
Yeah. Well, just like you and collecting,
Yeah, collecting
that's
and gaming, man, I love doing that stuff.
especially when you get a new piece, you get them endorphins going.
Speaking of, I just got a new piece. So you watched the Super Mario Brothers movie, right?
The new one?
Yeah,
I have not. No, I'm
you
sorry.
haven't? Oh,
Mm-mm.
so like I just got the LP in the
Oh,
mail.
you got it in the mail, hey?
Yeah,
Nice. That looks cool, dude.
yeah, it's gonna stay in its plastic. I don't have a record player to play
I
it,
I
but
have I may have a case for you for that if you want a case to hang it on your wall.
really,
Sure do.
that's definitely something that I would be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Just
that's
got
nice.
that in the mail a couple
Yeah,
days ago.
that's cool that you had that handy, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
That looks
no,
good too.
it's sitting right below my TV right now. It's just like, oh man, this is cool. I don't have anywhere to really put it yet,
I'm
so
supposed to have some it's we talk about mail and Amazon, right? I'm supposed to have a couple CDs delivered today. Pretty excited.
the blank one, so you can make another one.
No, I
Oh,
got a big stack of them. I got like 500 of them.
gee.
Well, see, one thing I like about Amazon is if you purchase a CD, sometimes you can download it right away
Okay.
before you actually get the CD in the mail.
Oh, so
And
you
it,
can listen to it through
yeah,
media. Yeah,
yeah, I can download it, put it on my MP3 player, or burn some of the songs on a CD,
sure.
right? I don't understand how they pick which ones they do that with because now I finished my collection with Morgan Wallen. I bought his other two CDs now, so I
Okay.
have everything. So I'm waiting for them to. But they didn't give me the opportunity to download them or add them to my Amazon Music playlist. So I'm just kind of like, was kind of bummed. But delivering on Sunday, like I don't understand. Like, when did they start doing that?
Uh, USPS?
Or whoever, yeah.
Oh, I think UPS has done that in the past, but I think USPS just started doing it because there's just so
So
much.
much shit happening.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Is UPS on strike right now? I heard they were going on strike.
you hear that about a lot of stuff.
I know. Who
I know
knows?
the writers that was a big deal. Writer strike that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
That
Good.
affects a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Let them strike. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, well, I mean
They haven't
everybody.
made a good
Well,
movie in Hollywood in fucking years, so I don't know. Who gives a
well,
shit?
Top Gun. I will say
Top
Top
Gun.
Gun
Yeah.
Maverick was
Top Gun
really
Maverick was
good.
good. Yeah. Yep. No political bullshit. Just
No,
good movie.
action,
Here.
good
Yep.
storyline. What I
Mm-hmm.
love about certain shows. Okay, here's a little story. I was by myself in my house watching Top Gun Maverick. I'm standing in my living room watching it. And there's a great fight scene going on with the with the
I can
airplanes.
already see where this is going.
And Maverick, I don't know I don't remember the names of the ships or the flight crafts, whatever you want to call the airplanes. Um,
Yeah.
but the bad guy he flies by him and like kicks the thing sideways up in the air. And I was like, immediately I looked and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And within 3 seconds, he said the exact same thing as they turned to watch it go, but he's like, what the fuck was that? And I just like, I like how they plan that just right to get that same reaction out of someone.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying there? It
Yep.
was just it was
And there
just
was just enough pause for you to react and
yeah,
then for them to react.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was just brilliant. The director is fantastic.
Yeah. And I take that back too, because the Mario movie was absolutely amazing too. I thought that was really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I
Yeah.
just haven't. It's hard for me to go to a movie theater.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, it should be out some. I think is it out on something else? Who knows? One of the
I think
streaming.
yeah, that's what I mean when we talk about streaming. It's depending on the package, you can get the movie right away.
Right.
Like some are
You
on
can rent it.
Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can rent it. You can get it's in the Prime package. HBO.
Hmm.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it. Like I said, Maverick was the best one I've seen. Well, Avatar 2, we did watch that, and that was really good as well.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
James Cameron.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't watch that one. The wife did. She said it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think she said she. I don't remember.
Long.
She said she liked it better than the first one. I want to say she liked it better than the first one.
It was good.
No,
It was good, man. Good. It was emotional
it's
too.
nice when you can bring back the same characters and continue the movie where you left off and not necessarily lose anything. There's often times where the first movie comes out, it's great. The next movie comes out, you get some of the same characters back, but it just doesn't have that same feel, right? Like it's like they're forcing more movie
Yeah,
to add
just to
on.
make the buck.
Yeah, where it's awesome to see when they make a second movie, even years later, like Matt Top Gun, right? Like they can bring back the same characters and pick up where they left off. You know,
Yeah,
it's
Tom
cool.
Cruise is a great actor.
Yeah, he is.
He
He's
is.
awesome.
He's fantastic. And
That's
he's
why he's in all the important movies, man.
yeah. Him and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is a great actor as well. I just
Mhm.
seen something about Saving Private Ryan, and that was just that's one of the greatest war movies.
It's good.
I mean,
It's
some
very
of the
good.
other classics, like Apocalypse Now, a lot of
Yep.
good. I was in a kick for that too a long time ago. Military movies.
Yep.
I'm trying to think who else is a really great actor. That's just like them two come to mind. Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, and they can play multiple styles of roles.
Denzel, one of my favorite
Denzel,
actors.
dude.
He's an
John
animal.
Q is a great movie. John
I never
Q,
watched John Q.
get out of here,
For real.
dude. You gotta watch it.
All right, I'll get after it.
Made me cry. Hmm. Yeah. Well, his kid's sick.
Denzel's?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Oh,
like
okay.
takes hostage of a hospital because his son needs a heart transplant or something. I don't want to give it all away, but
Yeah, don't yeah. I'm
it's
actually
great,
probably
dude.
gonna go watch that one.
It's good. He's fantastic. I haven't seen nothing with him in a long time.
No. I just yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He hasn't maybe I don't know.
Some people just they ghosted out. Maybe
Yeah,
they just got tired of the Hollywood and how fucked up it is.
could be. Could be. No, American Gangster is one of my favorite movies, man. That's a good one.
Training Day,
Training Day, another good one.
classic.
Yep.
John Travolta.
John Travolta, one of the best villains ever. What a switch, right? He was like the pretty boy, like lover,
Yep.
dancer, singer,
Good
whatever,
guy. Yep.
good guy, and then all of a sudden he went like straight villain on everything. I'm like, what a transition! But he's
And he
so good at it.
and he's a guy that's been through some shit too.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage. A lot of them
You,
good actors, man.
you ever see the history of swear words?
No.
Oh god. Oh my god. It's Netflix. It's on
Okay.
Netflix.
All right.
Nicolas Cage like hosts a show, like I think it's called The History of Swear Words, and he'll just be like, "All right, have you ever used the word shit?" And then he'll just like say shit about a million times in the intro, like talking about it, and then it goes through the history of like where it came from, why they're using it, and just like, dude, it's hilarious. He
That's
is so
funny,
good.
dude.
He is
That's
so
funny.
funny in that.
Because
Oh
he
my
can
god.
be funny. He can be really funny.
Yeah, he's
He's got
hilarious.
a yeah.
He's hilarious, man.
Uh,
That was such a funny. I watched it straight through. I think there's like six episodes, maybe
Episodes?
7. Yeah, and it was so good.
Yeah,
You
he's
gotta watch it. We both swear, so I think that's appropriate for you to
well,
like go
sure.
and check
Well,
it out. You know?
it's just human language, man. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I remember I used to, yeah, I got soap in my mouth a few times when I was a younger lad.
I remember the first time I think the first time I swore, and I don't even know if it's even a swear word, but I called my mom a bastard because she beat me in a card game.
Oh, dude, I got a
I
story.
remember I for some reason, I don't know why I remember that, but I remember losing in a card game, and I'm like, "Oh, you bastard." She just went looked at me and, "Wow."
Probably, you probably go to jail now if you kids tell you, man, my mom and dad put soap in my mouth.
Oh my god.
They probably
My dad used to
fucking,
stuff me in a wooden chair and spank my ass so much. Oh my god.
yeah, dude, the belt.
Oh, I never got a belt or a
Oh,
stick or any of that stuff, but man, that wooden chair, dude,
this
my
is
head did
perfect.
not fit through the rungs of that thing, okay? So, like, picture me as a little kid. I had a big head as a little kid, skinny little body, big my head wasn't proportional to my body, really. So, like, you know what a swizzle stick is? Mixed
Yeah.
drinks?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
the plastic stick with the ball on the end?
Yep.
Yeah? Well, my freaking dad or brothers or whatever it was came up with a nickname. They called me Swizzle because I was so skinny with a big ass head, man. So, like, yeah, it was just like, whatever, man. I don't know. Get out of here with that. So
I,
yeah, they
re-
called me Swizzle. But yeah, my head jammed between the rungs of that chair, cracked my ass whenever I did something bad.
you learn from that though.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It's a disciplinary thing.
nowadays, what do you do to your kids if they do something wrong? You
Time out,
take,
man.
well, you take their electronics away, right? You take something away that's what it is now.
You take a privilege away, and the
Well,
privileges are like something that they can do without anyway.
now let me ask you this. Okay. So you take their privilege, their electronic, mostly it's electronics, a tablet, phone,
Yeah.
game, whatever. They did something wrong. And they know they're going to get that back. Okay. So they're pissed or they're angry, whatever. Now you punish them a different way. Like you said, you got hit the chair. I got soap in my mouth, right? And inflicted some sort of you saw a reaction in your parents that they were angry,
Mhm.
and then you felt some sort of pain. I don't want to. Maybe that's too harsh of a word, but it's the truth, right? You got a smack in the ass. It hurt. You remembered that.
Yeah.
I remembered that. I still, you know what I mean. But you learned
Yeah,
and
it
you
left
grew
an
from that.
imprint,
It left
right?
an imprint. Yes.
But it wasn't it physically hurt for the second, but it wasn't so hard that, like, my ass was black and blue. It was
Right.
just
Right.
it was a
They never went overboard.
right, right,
But
I
it.
grew up freaking normal, all
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
intact, I don't have
Yeah. Me
broken
too.
bones
Right.
from that, and I don't it's
Great
just like
childhood.
yeah,
But you remembered that. Okay. Oh shit! I got cracked. That stung for a little bit. I didn't like that.
right,
But now you take that privilege away, and they know they're gonna get it back. I know
mhm,
it's still a sort of punishment. It's on the
but
same
what are
line
they
as.
learning from it though,
But
right?
what are they learning from it?
Because
Yes.
there wasn't any damage done.
Right.
Not that I'm saying that you need to damage your children.
Right.
This is totally gonna be taken out the wrong way by somebody, I know it, right?
No.
But
We're not saying beat. There's a
right,
difference between, you know,
abuse and
right.
discipline, yeah,
Everybody, well, depending on who listens through different generations, things change. Like now you don't do that because everybody, it's just the wrong thing to do, right? But you
right,
learn from that.
yeah,
And discipline's a good thing. You learn from discipline. It shapes and molds you.
right. No, it's funny, like, as a you see parents, it's like, "Oh, put your kid on timeout," and the kid's like, "No, I don't wanna sit here by myself or stare at the wall," or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then you get older and you're like, "Man, I wish I would've, like" or I'll go sit alone in a room and sit there and just, like, think. So, like, that's not a punishment anymore, it's like a retreat.
Yeah.
But like,
So
I don't know. It's just like the time being of making them do something that they don't like to do or don't want to do because they're being told to do it. I don't know.
I remember I would cry if my grandpa raised his voice because he had that. He was
Scary.
a powerful man, you know.
Yeah, I
But
don't
I
know.
never, nobody, I was never, yeah, like you could, people, I don't want
Discipline's
people,
not the same,
yeah.
right? And I know things have changed and evolved, but I don't know. I don't think it works.
No, not like it
Right
used to.
now, I don't what's being done now, I don't think works because you kids are more they're more of an asshole right now than I feel like they've ever been. I remember there was problem kids when I was in school,
Yeah,
but
there's always a few.
not
You're always
many.
going to have that.
Yeah,
There's
not
always going to
many.
be, right.
But like now, I go back and I look at school and talk to teachers. I have friends that are teachers and they're just like every kid in this class is a shithead, you know? It's like how can
I
every
know.
kid be bad? And they're just like you can't discipline them, you can't talk to them, they don't listen, they don't nothing. There's just zero discipline. They don't respect you. Kindergartners will just tell you to fuck off because they don't my mom says I don't have to do whatever you tell me to do. It's like your mom is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I
Bring
mean?
your ass in here.
Yeah.
We'll have a talk. Sit down. God damn it. Yeah, I don't know. But it's just, I just was thinking about that too because you just take things away and they know they're getting it back. But if you leave that imprint a little bit, like I remember getting soap in my mouth. So I
Yeah.
didn't like there were certain times I swore rather than not just swearing all the time.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you were able to shut it off for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, mom's around, can't swear.
Right.
Your buddies are around. Oh, fuck this, F that, shit
Yeah.
this, ask that.
Well, you think you're cool. I hear kids doing it now, and you think you're cool. You're trying to show off in front of your friends, or there's a girl around. You're just being
Yeah.
stupid. But then you learn, right?
Yep.
It's fun, man. It's good. Good shit. So what else you got on the plans for today?
I gotta get out and cut my grass, man.
Yeah, I did that already.
Or cut my weeds, I should say. It's nasty out there.
Yeah, it's nice sunny out, dude. I think I'm gonna go outside and I don't know. I just like being out there, just hearing birds. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, when I was cutting the grass, I was looking because around our fence, like I let vines and stuff grow up them because that's Mother Nature, dude. It's beautiful. It's cool. I appreciate that now.
Yeah.
You know, that's a part of the cycle.
Right.
I watch bugs. I was sitting outside yesterday and watching these two bugs on my back patio, and they're chasing each other. And I'm like, well, they're probably having fun.
Yeah.
What are they? Box elder beetles or whatever.
Oh, those things
Yeah.
are invasive, man. Kill them.
Well, it's got a purpose.
Yeah. I think they were brought in. Those are like they look like
Yeah.
little ladybugs, right?
Yeah, they were supposed to take care of some tree issue or something.
Yeah, now they just spread
Now
everywhere.
they're just, yeah, government. They're listening too. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's all right, though. We'll keep running with this till they shut us off. We're on the
Game.
radar. The
Yeah.
Midwest monks are causing ruckus.
Bunch of problem childs over there.
They're cussing and talking about movies that are old and beating kids with soap and
Yeah. Stuffing their heads in chairs.
yeah, it's all fun. Well, my friend, got any other final thoughts here?
Nope. Same as always, man.
Yeah,
Like, subscribe.
that's right. Hope you enjoy the show. Get some
Spread the
insight.
word. Leave a comment.
Spread the word. Interact. Drop a comment, man. Hit us
Yeah.
up. Email us if you got a question too. MidwestMonks@gmail.com. Pretty
There you go.
simple. We're around. There were some folks that were already commenting about some of our stuff, so we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We're having fun. This is a good time.
Throw it out, man.
So there you have it.
We'll see you next time.
Everyone be easy.
Peace.
Later.